Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Barbara Carley, and I host a radio show on YouTube called Jointly Speaking. And every Christmas, I do a Christmas show like this. I go around to different facilities and give you the opportunity to wish your family a Merry Christmas because you're not with them. So today we're doing it here at Somerset, and I am thrilled. And I have Dave Gardner here, my entertainer. And what we do is when he's not playing, we'll have you wish one of your family members a Merry Christmas. And we gave you a sheet of paper to help you with it. And then after the show is over, I'll give you another address where you can hear the show in a week. Okay? Everybody ready? Okay, let's go, Dave.
Have a holly jolly Christmas. It's the best time of the year. I don't know if there'll be snow, but have a cup of cheer. Have a holly jolly Christmas. And when you walk down the street, say hello to friends you know and everyone you meet. Oh, mistletoe.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Jointly Speaking. It's Barbara, your host. I hope you're all having a wonderful day or evening or whatever the case may be. Um, it's January 2023. Can you believe it? I can't. Man, the time just flies by. But that's good. I'd rather it probably fly by than just drag. I don't know about you. But anyway, but it's a wonderful day. It's not raining, it's not snowing out here in New England, so that's a good thing. It's about time. But anyway, I wanted to take a minute today, or 2 minutes, depending. But I want to talk to you about something. I don't like to get into politics or anything. I'm not one for that. But I am truly, truly upset, amazed, overwhelmed, whatever you want to call it, shocked. That 6-year-old boy that shot his school teacher. It's terrible. My God, what gives a child? Who lets a child have a gun? And where did the parents have it? And that's what irritates me. The parents evidently did not secure that gun in a safe place and an unknown place where the child didn't know where it was. But I've been saying this for a year now under my breath. I don't want the guns around. I want everyone to turn their gun in. The guns are getting too free and too easy to use, or whatever you want to call it, to obtain. I don't want people to have guns anymore. I don't think if you don't have a gun, I don't think you're going to be so willing to shoot somebody because you can't see them. You know, you'd have to be with a gun. If you had to use a knife or something, you have to be right on top of that person. And I don't think you're willing. And whatever happened, my biggest concern is whatever happened to sitting down and talking. It's time we gave up the guns, the knives, the whatever, and just sat down when you got a problem and talked to that person. I really and truly hope everybody hears this, and I hope you'll listen to it, and I hope you'll think about it, because I have never said anything. I've tried to keep quiet, but I just, after that 6-year-old doing what he did, I have no respect for his family, for allowing the gun to be in a position where he could get it. And that's what you have to remember. But anyway, that's all I'll say today. I'm sorry if I upset anybody, but I think we all need to be upset. I think we all need to consider getting rid of guns. I really do. I don't think putting a law in place as to a certain age. Get rid of the guns, period. We don't need them. We didn't have them before, we were fine, and we could be fine again if we could get rid of them. Too many children are using them, and that is wrong. So anyway, my apologies for sounding out today, but I just couldn't help it. So anyway, back to jointly speaking, and a good day, I hope. I was looking at an article, and I hope you've read it. It was in AARP magazine, and it's about your bones. It came out in January this year actually, January, and I really like it because your bones are what keep you walking, talking, moving, dressing, whatever you want to call it. They're really important in the sense that they help you every single day. They're in your body, so you want to keep them strong. You've got to eat properly, and that means eating the things you may not like and not eating things that you shouldn't eat. Too much cheese is not too good for you, More vegetables would be good. That would be the stronger way to go, and that is true. That is something that not everybody thinks about, but it really is important that you could consider. Drink milk if you can. I try to switch some of my juices. I understand cranberry juice is very good for you. And I also drink orange juice for my vitamin C. So I alternate those two every other day. And I find that works for me for right now anyway. I'll switch again probably to something else, but for right now, that's what I like to do. But you need your juices, you need your milk, you need plenty of water, to keep yourself strong. Keep plenty of water in your system. That is the key. And eating properly. You've got to eat properly. And stay away from all the gravies if you can. Not all. You can have a couple once. I'll let you have them once in a while. But, not be obsessive about anything that you eat. If you obsess over one particular type of food, it's probably going to get you in trouble down the road, one way or the other. So it's really a key that you want to be careful with those bones. And, if they're starting, and one thing that I've realized, and you want to be aware of, if you're starting to lose your height, you don't have to worry so much about children. Children will be okay, hopefully. But, as an adult, as you get older, you start getting shorter sometimes, and you start shrinking. And that's due to what you might, consider signs that your spine might be shrinking. And now most people wouldn't probably think about that, but you really should. And I have to be honest, I never really thought much about my spine until about 2 or 3 years ago. And now I'm more aware of it. And that's good. If you have back pain, that can be another cause. Including, it could be a compression fracture, something like that in your back. That could be a sign. Poor posture. Oh, that I think is the biggest thing. Make sure if you have children, make sure that your children are standing straight, shoulders back, their head up straight. Make sure they do that. Make sure they walk. They don't have to run, but make them walk somewhere and do it as a game with you or something. I don't. you could figure something to make it fun, because this program that I do is for children and for adults, and I really want to stress that children should be doing these things early as well. They've got to exercise, they've got to stand up straight, they got to walk, they got to work those joints. It's important they keep them strong. If they sit all day, the bones are going to get lazy, so to speak, okay? I really, really, really get concerned about children. So please keep that in mind as far as, your posture goes. Because, and hunching in your upper back, it could be a sign of a spinal bone loss or a fracture. Shortness of breath. Now, I never think of that as a rule, but that's true. Shortness of breath is another way to go, that your spine is starting to compress because of the bone loss. And that affects your lung, believe it or not. So if you're having trouble or symptoms of, having a hard time to breathe, or you're breathing with a little bit of difficulty, that's something you might want to think about as well, because that affects you. It affects anybody like that, and that's important, dental, even, now that's something you don't think about. You figure you got dental so you don't have to worry. But actually, the tooth loss can be, a sign for the bone loss as well. In the jaw area, okay? The bone loss and the decreased bone density in other areas of the body can also be a problem. But just be aware, losing teeth early can be a problem for bone loss. And that's very, very true. Like, say at 25 you were in a car accident and you hit, and you lost some of your teeth or lost all of them. Well, then maybe that would affect your bone density in that area. So that is something to, and starts working on your body. And, also the other thing I would say is a weaker grip strength. If you can't grip things as good as you used to, that's also another sign, and of course, you all know if you break a bone, you're in trouble, because you're bound to have some side effects afterwards, and that's just something that happens. And unfortunately, there isn't much we can do about things like that, but you can protect yourself to the best of your ability, and you want to do that with the bone density. And protects your bones from decalcification and everything. It's really important that you keep them strong. You eat correctly for it. I'm not perfect, I'll admit it, but I do my best now, and I'm trying very hard to keep what I have. And I think that's what everybody should do, is keep and save and maybe even extend more by doing it, And you can, you can extend your life in a way, because the healthier you are, the better off you're going to be with your bones and everything else. So think about that at any rate. I hope you will, because I think calcium, getting that in there and keeping those bones strong is the key. is the key to your standing up straight and keeping going. And keep the children. Don't let them slouch. If you see them slouch, find a way to make them exercise, maybe in a way that they won't mind. You know how kids are, they don't want to do anything you want them to do. But maybe there's a way that you can do it with a game or a toy or something so that they don't mind doing it. And that way they're helping themselves without knowing it, but they're also doing good. And I think that is the key. I know working with children is difficult. There's no question. They're a handful. But I also believe very much that if you have children and they have an illness or a problem, that if you find a way to work with them without saying yes or no, you have to do it. You know how that goes. Maybe you'll be able to do it with them and make it fun or make it different, make them enjoy what they have to do. And that's the key. And I think exercising, they can enjoy doing it. Make it fun somehow. I can't tell you how because I'm not, I don't know where you live and your family and all that. And that would be hard to do. But I think you can do that. And I think it's really important that you try and find a way to help those children in a fun way. Make it a game at night. Maybe, get dad, mom, and everybody involved for 15 or 20 minutes, that's all. Don't make it longer than that to start with, depending on how the child likes it. But I would start about at 15 or 20 minutes and every other night and play with it and see. But find something that will make them enjoy doing what they're doing. And you can be making them exercise, standing at attention, big deal. That's an army, that's a police officer, that's, whoever. I think you can make it something worthwhile to your child. And I truly, truly hope you will. I can't tell you enough how important that is. Because jointly speaking, seriously, they need to be strong. Their bones, their, ligaments, everything. So let's do it. Let's get those kids strong and keep them going. I really, I can't tell you enough how much it means to educate them and make them go forward. And I think if you make it fun, you're going to be surprised. I know I always am, because you want to be sure those bones are always going to support you. That's the key. They got to support you. You've got to keep them strong. And the kids have got to understand that in a way that makes sense to them. Even when you're trying to make them drink milk, encourage them with that and make them understand that, hey, their bones are going to be stronger, they're going to be bigger, they're going to grow, they're going to be taller. There are many ways you could go with it. But, I'll leave that up to the parents. My kids are all grown, but I do think it really is important that you do something like that because you don't want them to slide away. You want them to be healthy and happy. And one way to do it is to make them grow up and be healthy. So let's do that instead. So work on the bones, okay? Keep them healthy. Read up on it if you want. find out what else they can eat that would make them stronger in the bone, and and give it to them. And maybe you can find a way if it's something you don't think they're going to want to eat or drink or whatever. I think you could find a way to get it into them. I don't know what it would be, so I can't tell you how to do it. But but make sure you read up. Check out what would be good for osteoporosis, because that is the one thing about osteoporosis you need to know if you know nothing else. It isn't painful. You don't ever feel it. So the kids are not going to be able to come to you and say, gee, Mom, my arm hurts me. They won't be able to say that because osteoporosis does not hurt. It's a silent illness, if you want to term it that way. So keep that in mind. They never feel the deterioration in the osteoporosis until it's so bad that the bone breaks, probably. That would be the only time they would notice it. So please, please, I beg of you, help the kids to stay strong now. Make them stronger. Keep them strong, because they will appreciate it. You know, especially before they become a teenager. Oh boy, those are the days. They eat so much pizza and other things. And you really want them just to eat and drink properly. I don't mean they can't have a glass of Coke here and there or something. I don't mean that, but just make sure every day they're getting stuff in them. And I'm sure maybe if I don't know, one thing I haven't seen when I was doing the reading on osteo was how much calcium you should get in a day. But I'm sure it's quite a bit. So that's important. And protein, they also want to get protein too. That's good for them. But, you know, keep the kids healthy. Keep their bones strong. And the other thing you want to think about, I think when the children get hurt, let's say they fall or break a bone or something, if they've been taking milk and their bones are healthy, that broken bone is going to be much easier to heal. I really believe that. It'd be much easier for him or her, whatever the case may be. So that's something you want to think about. So help them out, help yourself out, make sure you're getting it. And if you want to, you can make kind of a game of it with parents and kids. You know, okay, I'm drinking 3/4 of milk. How much are you drinking tonight? You know, and maybe you have to put a little bit of chocolate in it to get it down. That's okay. Try whatever it takes, folks, please. Make sure they drink plenty of water. That's the other thing. That's going to be the big one, because water is a good neutral ground to go to when you're trying to get something to drink. I really believe that. And I think that's good. So think about doing that, and I think you'll be okay. Okay? Okay. I won't harp any more on that today, I promise. Let's see what's going on. Besides osteoporosis, really not too much, you know. I think everybody's kind of calming down now. I just heard that they're removing the face masks in the area I'm in because, nobody's sick with COVID. Thank heaven. Anyone that went out visiting over the holidays was silly. And I mean that because you were just asking for the COVID. And I stayed away. I didn't go to any family member. I didn't have them come to me at my house. I just said, no, thank you. I'm trying to stay healthy. And it worked, believe it or not. Today they I removed my face mask for the first time in a month, I think. But it was important to keep it on when I was around people. And I'm glad I did that, really. I don't want to be sick. I don't want my grandchildren, all my kids sick. So, no thank you. I did what I thought I had to do best, and that I have done. So, I'm very happy with that. I feel good about it. And everybody seems to be healthy so far that I've seen. I talked to, I should say. I haven't seen them. I've talked to them on the phone. And I'm grateful for that because they also stayed away from crowds. And I think that was wonderful. I mean, just common sense. Hopefully, this will be the last time we have to do it because by next year, you might get it in the fall, but that's okay. So, because you've already had it, and you won't have it all summer like we did last year. I hope. Boy, I'll tell you. It has been a learning lesson, I think, for everybody. You know, COVID is something that just didn't quit, and that's life. But anyway, I hope you got all the Christmas presents that you wanted. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was fun. I got a beautiful wreath. And you know what I did with it? It was a live one. And when it died, which was this past weekend, it started to shred. I threw it out, but I kept the ribbon and the little gold bells that were on it. And guess what I did? I got a plastic hanger and I have it hanging. I put the ribbon, it was already tied. I hooked it onto a plastic hanger and I put it on my window. It's hanging in front of my curtains. And it looks beautiful. It looks like part of my white curtain that's hanging there. So it looks really nice. I'm going to keep it up all year. I'm going to leave it there. I love it. It looks great. I never would have thought of doing that before, but I don't know, just possessed. I didn't want to throw it away, so I kept the ribbon instead. But it looks very nice. So if you have the bow, just take the bow off your wreath from the back and then put it on a hanger and hang it on your window curtain. It's a plastic hanger, and it has the loop on it. You hang it on the curtain rod, and then another loop on the other end for your whatever you're going to put on it. So that's what I did, and it looks terrific. I have to say, I'm very, very ecstatic. So anyway, that's life on the cherry farm today. Hope you are doing well. Stay healthy. Eat right. Do everything you're supposed to do. Help your children. I know I don't say too much about children, but this show really is for both adults and children. And I do hope you realize. And I want those kids to be happy and healthy. So take care. And now we're going to do a little exercise, I guess. It's that time of day. Don't you just love it? No, it's good for you. It really is. So anyway, here we go. Get in a comfortable chair. Get comfortable. Sit up straight. Okay? Now, what I want you to do is to close your eyes and close your mouth. And I want you to inhale through your nose. And then exhale through your mouth. Slowly. Okay? And let's do that again. Inhale. And then exhale through your mouth slowly. Okay? You're doing good. One more time. Inhale. And then exhale through your mouth slowly. I'm sorry, I can't do it while I'm talking. It's hard to do. I do it plenty of other times. I exercise almost every day. I try to. I move my joints every single day just to make sure they're still clicking. Okay, let's go. All right, put your feet flat on the floor and lift up your toes. Lift up the front of your foot. Okay? And bring it back down. Bring it up and bring your toes back down. Okay, everybody okay? One more time. Bring all your toes up and bring them back down. There you go. Okay. Now I want you to take your right foot and I want you to make a circle from the ankle, only in the ankle area. So you take your ankle and you just make your whole foot move, not your leg, just your ankle. Go to the right. 1, 2, and 3. Okay? It's real easy. Now let's go the opposite direction. Go to the left with the same foot. Move it to the left. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, got that? All right, now take your left foot. Turn it to the right. 1, 2, and 3. Now, take your left foot and turn it to the left. 1, 2, and 3. Okay? That's very easy to do. And you may have a little trouble going to your left because you're not used to it. I know I do. So don't feel bad. But the more you do it, the better you'll get at it, and the better your foot will be. Okay? It's stronger. You're reinforcing, you're strengthening. Okay? All right, let's put our knees together. Just keep your feet flat on the floor. Put your 2 knees together. And very, very gently, I want you to push both knees at the same time together. So push 1 and relax. Push 2 and relax. And you can feel that almost up into your thigh. If you after a while you'll get used to it and you'll feel it. And one more time, press them together and relax them. And there you go. Very, very good. Excellent. It's real easy to do that one, but it does affect the upper part of your leg. It's amazing. I'm amazed every time I do it, I know. Okay. Let's take our right leg. It's on the floor. Let's straighten it and lift it up. Lift it up straight. Keep it straight. Now very slowly bend the knee as you bring the foot back down to the floor. Okay? That's 1. Okay. Straighten your leg again. Bring it up in the air. It's high, not too high, just, comfortable. Then bend the knee slowly and bring it back down to the floor. Very good. Takes a little bit of effort, but it's good for you. Good for the knee. Keeps the knee strong. Okay, let's straighten the leg again. You're working the whole leg when you're doing that, straightening. Okay, now very slowly bring it back down. And I can feel that all the way up to my hip practically. It's amazing. Okay. Okay. Let's do the left leg. Straighten it out. And very slowly bend the knee back down and get your foot to the floor. Okay? Very slowly. Very good. Okay? Okay. All right, let's do that again. Left leg out straight. Bend the knee slowly. And then bring it back down to the floor as you bring that knee, as you bend that knee. Okay? Very good. As you're bending the knee, you're bringing the leg back down to the floor. Okay? Okay. One more time. Bring the leg straight out. Bend the leg, the knee, and then, I'm sorry, I said that wrong, ladies and gentlemen. Left leg out straight, and then slowly bend the knee, your left knee, and bring it down to where your foot will be flat on the floor when you're done. My apologies. I really screwed that one up today. Okay? Very good. And like I said, I do apologize for that. Sometimes I get so engrossed I forget. Anyway, okay. Next exercise. Pinch butt. Pinch your buttocks together while you're sitting. 1. You don't have to hold it, just pinch it and let it go. 2. Pinch and release. 3. Pinch and release. That's good. Okay, now you're at your waist. Now, what I want you to do here, sit up straight. I want you to turn your upper torso, the upper part of your body, from your waist up to the right. Go to the right as far as you're comfortable, and then bring it back to the center. Okay? Okay. Now, let's do that again. Go to the right and turn it back to the center. Okay? Do it slow. Comfortable. Okay? All right, one more time. Turn to the right and bring it back to the center. Face forward. Very good. Excellent. Okay. Everybody okay? All right. Let's go to the left now. Now turn your upper torso to the left as far as you're comfortable. And bring it back to the center. Very good. Okay. One more time. Turn to the left and come back to the center. Very good. Just, okay. That's good. All right, let's go to the left one more time. Left. Bring your torso over, and then turn it back to the face. To the front. Sorry. You can bring your face with it. Okay? That's good. That's a good one. And that's a good exercise to do, because believe it or not, I know most people don't stress that. You never hear them tell you to do that. But when you're driving a car and you have to look in your rearview mirror or you have to look behind you, you turn your upper torso. Think about it. So it's really important. Okay? When you're trying to get clothes on, you're struggling sometimes. You have to move your torso a certain way to get them on. So that helps. Okay, next. Ready? Let's sit up straight. Take your head. No, don't take your head. Just leave your head where it is. All right, let's turn it to the right. And then bring it back to face forward. Very good. Now let's turn your head to the left and bring it back face forward. That's good. All right, number 2. Let's do that again. Go to the right. Excuse me. Bring it back to the center. Go to the left and bring it back to the center. Okay. Oh, excuse me, please. I do apologize. Must be something I ate for lunch. Anyway, okay, go to the right with your head. Come back to the center. Go to the left and come back to the center. Very good, ladies and gentlemen. Excellent. Keep it up. And, it's good. And you can find a way to do these with the kids. Like I said, make sure the kids do something like this. But make it fun for them. Make them enjoy it. Okay? Okay. Your right arm, raise it up straight. Bring it back down. Bend it. And touch your left elbow with it. Said that wrong, sorry. Okay, straighten your right arm, bring it up, bend the elbow, touch the left shoulder, straighten the elbow out, and then lower it flat down again. My apologies for the first time. Okay. One more time. Bring the right arm up straight. Straighten it out. Bring it up in the air. Bend the elbow and touch your left shoulder. Straighten the arm out and then lower it back down slowly. Okay? Everybody okay? Okay. Let's do the left arm. Straighten it out in front of you. Then bend the elbow. Touch the right shoulder. Then straighten the elbow out. And then lower the arm back down. Okay? Okay. Okay. Left arm out straight. Bring it up. Straight. Bend the elbow. Touch the right shoulder. Straighten the elbow out again. And then lower it back down. Good, good. Okay. One more time. Left arm. Straighten it out. Make your arm straight in front of you. Then bring it up. Raise it up. Bend the elbow. Touch your right shoulder. Then straighten the elbow out again. The arm is straight. And then lower it back down. There you go. I apologize for the incursion. I injured my arm this week, and I forget I'm not supposed to do it. Anyway, what else is new? Anyway, so that's good. So we got that done. Okay? All right, that's good. Put your hands on your tummy if you want to. Lay them on your tummy, flat and straight. Make sure they're right next to each other. Then I want you to separate them. Pull them apart. Not pull them apart. Slide them across. Open them up. That's hard to define when you can't talk to people in person. And then close them back. So your fingers are close together. Slide them apart. There we go. And then slide them back together. Slide them apart. And slide them back together. That's real easy to do, and it's a good strengthener in there, so that'll help. One more exercise, and then we're done. Okay, take your you can do both hands at the same time if you want. Take your hands, turn them palm down. I mean, yeah. Turn them over and collect change. You're getting a tip, okay? So turn them over and dump the change on your lap. Now do it again. Turn your hand over, collect your tip, collect the tip, and then put the hand back down and dump the money on your lap. Wishful thinking. Okay? One more time. Bring your hand over. Get your money, your tip, and then turn it over and dump it on your lap. Or in a piggy bank if you want. We can do that too. Okay? Okay. And that's it. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for today. I really do. I appreciate it. I do hope you'll take me serious about the gun laws. Get rid of the guns. That 6-year-old child did it for me. That's ridiculous. It's just not possible. And I just feel terrible about it. But everybody should. I really believe that. Anyway, just a reminder about it. Anyway, you can write me at jointlyspeakingpodcast@gmail.com. If you want to write me anytime, please do. If you have any questions, jointlyspeakingpodcast@gmail.com. Okay? And it's on the page anyway where you tune in, so you'll see it there. Okay, have a wonderful time. I'll see you again soon. Take care of yourself and have a great month. Okay? Bye-bye.